Hello! I asked you guys on Instagram what video I should film today because I was being really indecisive, and you guys said reading until I get a 5-star read, which I'm excited about. I don't know where this trend started. I saw Sarah Caroli do it, and it's just a very fun trend, and basically I'm going to just read books until one of them is a 5-star read. It could be the first book I read, it could be the 30th book I read, I have no idea. So I don't know when this video is coming out because I'm just gonna be filming it until we get that 5 stars. And I try and be pretty picky with my 5-star read. So I don't think it's gonna be the first or second or maybe even 5th book that I read in this video. And there's a few books I'm debating reading first. The first is Boy Meets Boy, which I honestly don't think it's gonna be a 5-star read. It's just really short. It's under 200 pages. And I feel like sometimes short books don't have as much depth, which is why I don't think it's gonna be 5 stars. But because it's so short, I kind of feel why not start with this one? What if it's a 5-star read and all I had to read was 170 pages? Then my second option, and the book that I'm most confident out of every book I own that's gonna be 5 stars, is By a Thread by Lucy Score. And the sole reason I'm confident this is gonna be a 5-star read is because I previously read Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score and I loved it. One of my favorite romances ever. So I'm hopeful that a second book by her will be 5 stars. And then the third book is So This Is Love, which is a Cinderella retelling. It just sounds really fun to do a fairy tale retelling, and I believe it's pretty highly rated on Goodreads. Okay, what book to start? I think I'm gonna do Boy Meets Boy just because it's so fast. I feel like I can finish it in the next few hours. I just read page 100 and it's really cute so far. I love that it takes place in this really fun, quirky, kind of utopia world. I don't think I told you guys the summary, but it's a second chance romance between Paul and Noah, who are high schoolers, and the high school is super fun. The cheerleaders all ride motorcycles. The quarterback is also the homecoming queen. They're just really diverse, fun, quirky characters, which I'm loving. There's also some really good quotes in here. I pretty much rarely annotate, but I was just reading so many lines that I was I need to get out my highlighter because I like so many of these lines. This quote is really fun. It's from when Paul was 5 years old and he just assumed that everyone was gay. It says, "I just assumed boys were attracted to other boys. Why else would they spend all of their time together playing on teams and making fun of the girls? I assumed it was because we all liked each other." And I just think that quote is so fun and very adorable. I am tired. I've been reading all day, so I think I'm gonna start getting ready for bed, and so I'm gonna do my nightly skincare routine, and all of my skincare is from Curology, who is the sponsor of today's video. The absolute coolest thing about Curology is that they create a custom formula made for you. Now, I've tried a lot of skincare brands, and I have never ever had one create a custom formula for me. When I signed up on the website, I got to pick areas of my skin that I want to improve. For example, I have pretty dry skin, so that was a really big thing that I want to target. And I feel so confident that my skin needs are actually getting addressed because I know that the custom formula was made for me. Plus, once I signed up, I got a message from my dermatologist provider explaining my custom formula and my treatment plan, which I really appreciate. So I fully understood everything and how it was going to target my skin. And the skincare provider does have full decision-making power over the prescribed product, which I honestly love because I trust them to know what my skin needs. Okay, I'm gonna start doing my nightly skincare routine. First, they sent me their makeup remover, and this makeup remover literally removes my makeup so fast. And then the custom formula. I love that it says mixed just for you because your skin isn't like anyone else's. Now I'm applying the moisturizer to really hydrate my skin. And lastly, I'm finishing up with their lip balm. And you can get a free month of Curology using my link. Just pay $5 for shipping and handling. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more reading before bed, and I feel like I can finish this book tonight. Last night, I finished Boy Meets Boy, and it was really cute. Overall, because it was so short, it definitely wasn't a super deep story that I was super heavily invested in, which I kind of predicted. So I would say 3 stars, mostly just because it's short, which is no fault of the book or anything, and also because it did feel a little bit young for me. I feel if you were actually in high school or maybe even middle school, because I read that this book is good for ages 12 and up, then I feel you would like it a lot more than me. But yeah, it's a super adorable story. So many great quotes in this book. I've never read a book by David Leventhal before. I would definitely read another book by him. And yeah, overall super light, fun, cute rom-com, so many diverse characters, loved the whole high school and all the characters, and yeah, I would recommend it. Okay, and then today I'm gonna start The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. We are reading this book in my virtual book club, which you guys should all join. It'll be linked in the description. And I ordered it a bit ago and just got the copy in the mail yesterday. I, number one, love the cover. I think it is so pretty and colorful. Lynn Painter also wrote Better Than the Movies, which I loved so much. I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars, so I feel decently confident that this could potentially be a 5-star read. And the plot for this book is really cute. It's about a high school girl who is repeating Valentine's Day over and over again, so it's a time loop plot. I'm gonna get started and I will update you guys on my thoughts as I read it.
Spring is the season that wakes me alive, and fall is the season to contemplate life. Oh.
It's the next day, and so far I've read to page 137, and this part of the book is my favorite part of the book so far. I was worried with the time loop aspect that each day could be repetitive, and it is like a little bit repetitive, which is to be expected. Like, it has to be to some extent because she's literally repeating the same day over and over. But I love how our main character Emily approaches each new day in the time loop with a new strategy to try and get out of the time loop, and especially her approach on this day that I'm currently on is so badass. She's like a quiet bookworm kind of girl, like a people pleaser, always follows the rules, but on this day she just said screw it, I'm gonna do what I want, and I love that for her. We love the character growth, and yeah, I'm having so much fun with this book.
Still feels like summer, and I simply don't wanna see the cool wind sneak back in our town.
I have 50 pages left.
When it was all bare feet, tan skin glistening beneath the heat.
I just finished the book and I would say 3.75 stars. Like, it's a little bit cheesy, a little bit predictable, but so freaking cute. I think I love time loop books. This is my second ever time reading a time loop book, and it's just such a cute concept. Nick and Emily are so cute together, and I love Emily's personal growth. Throughout the book, she really learns like how to stand up for herself, how to do like what's right for her, take more chances and risks. I saw someone say that this book is like a Disney movie in the best way, and I would completely agree. Like, that sums it up. It's kind of unrealistic, but just like so fun. I love Lynn Painter. I want to read more books by Lynn Painter, especially Love Wager is another one that I haven't read by her yet that is on my list. And yeah, we're getting higher. We went from a 3-star to 3.75, but we're still not at 5 stars yet. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read next. I will probably start a new book tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. Good morning, it's the next day. And today I think I'm gonna start By a Thread by Lucy Score. I think I said this at the beginning of the video, but I just really feel like out of every single book I own, this one is most likely to be a 5-star read. It just has all of the elements of a 5-star read. It's a grumpy boss romantic comedy. Are you kidding me? I love that. I watched someone else's book review of this book and they said there's great banter. It's by Lucy Score, who I love. The female love interest is literally named Allie. Like, if that's not fate, then I'm gonna love this book. I don't know what is. It's also thick, like 550 pages, so I'm assuming it's gonna be a slow burn, which I also love. So I just don't know how I couldn't love this book. My fear is that it's gonna be like 4 stars or something, and then we'll have to continue our search for a 5-star read. But I have a good feeling about this book, so I'm gonna start it. I'm on page 36 and I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about this book, which makes me scared because I'm counting on it being a 5-star read. The two main characters, Allie and Dominic, met in this pizza shop where Allie works. They were like bantering, bickering right off the back, which typically I love, but for some reason their bickering just felt kind of like immature to me. I don't know why, like what it is that was different about their bickering versus other bickering in other books that I love. It just like wasn't doing it for me. I don't know, I'm just like not loving their dynamic so far, but we're so early in the book, so don't want to judge too hard yet.
And say goodbye to summer.
I just read to page 120 and I'm loving the book so much better now. I don't know why, I just like wasn't feeling it at the beginning. I feel like they were being kind of like mean to each other and like really just bickering, and now I feel like it's banter. Like, we went from bicker and actual dislike to banter and fantastic romantic tension. The Oh my gosh, the romantic tension in this book is crazy, which is like my favorite thing about an enemies to lovers book. Like the whole time the characters are arguing in enemies to lovers, like you know they want each other. And yeah, it also has like a fun plot too. It takes place in New York City, which is always really fun. Dominic is super wealthy and works at this fashion magazine, and Allie just started working at the fashion magazine as well. So like that's like a really fun environment, and we have all like the coworkers and stuff like that. That's one thing I love about Lucy Scoray. She always does like a really great job of having great side characters, which makes the whole world feel like really full. So I love that we're getting to meet coworkers. I'm just really liking it so far. You just got a tail in the shot, okay. So it's a few days later, and so far I've read to page 297, and this chapter I'm in is so freaking cute. I love saying like a sweet, cute moment between romantic love interests in any romance book, but especially when the dude is like grumpy and like doesn't seem like he has a sweet bone in his body. It just makes the cute moments have such greater payoff. And yeah, Dominic is being freaking adorable, and I'm starting to fall in love with this man. I got to page 340 and we just got the title. I love in books when they say the title like in the text, and Allie says, "I'm hanging on by a thread here." And I really didn't think much about the title by a thread until now. Now I like finally get the meaning. I feel like it has two meanings, which is really fun. I'm hanging on by a thread because Allie is like kind of struggling in this book. Like she has got a lot of problems. I don't want to spoil them, but she's got like financial problems. She's got a problem with her dad. It's just like family issues. She has like a ton of jobs to make ends meet. I just feel for her. And so I finally get she's hanging on by a thread, which is the meaning of our title. And then our two main characters also work at a fashion company. So by a thread, like sewing, fashion, you know, you get it. Also though, this book is a slow burn because I'm literally on page 340 and there has been so much romantic tension. There's been like spicy moments, I guess, but the characters like still haven't gotten together, like haven't had their first kiss. So I'm excited for when they finally do physically get together, at least kiss or something, because I have been waiting 340 pages so far. Oh my gosh, whoa, I'm on page 381 and Dom just said something kind of crazy that I did not see coming. So far, I feel like I'm at like a 4.5 stars with this book, but I feel like based on how good the ending is, it could get bumped up to a 5 stars, especially based on what Dom just said. I feel like the ending could potentially be really good. I'm just like swooning at what he just said. Sorry, this is like the biggest tease ever because spoilers, I'm not gonna tell you, but yeah, this man, he just like, he cares about Allie so much, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, I am in love with this man. I'm on page 513 and I'm in the third act conflict, which always makes me so sad. If you're not familiar, pretty much every romance book traditionally follows like the same-ish kind of formula. Like towards the end of the book, everything's going well, like the characters are getting together, and then we have our third act conflict where something bad happens, the characters have a falling out or an argument, a miscommunication, something like that before the final resolution when they get together for real, for real. So yeah, I'm in that third act conflict. Sometimes the third act conflict can kind of annoy me because sometimes I feel like the author is just like trying to find some kind of conflict. Like I hate miscommunication or something silly like that where it's not a very necessary conflict or like meaningful conflict. But I really like so far that in this book, the third act conflict is like very realistic for the characters in real life. It touches on Dominic's baggage and trust issues. And I feel like this third act conflict is really important for these two characters to go through this third act conflict so they can really trust each other and have like a really good, like healthy, happy relationship when they ideally get together again at the end. But yeah, I will be not so patiently waiting for them to reunite and solve their conflict. Also, I'm almost done with the book. I have like 30 pages left. I finished the book and I loved it. 5-star read for sure. we've done it. We have read until I hit a 5-star read. Honestly, didn't think I would get a 5-star read this quickly into the video, but I'm so happy I did. I would highly recommend this book if you're a rom-com fan, especially if you're a workplace romance fan, enemies to lovers fan, slow burn fan, spicy book fan, literally just like all of my favorite elements in a book. And yeah, I loved like how much depth this book had. I feel like it deals with our main character's own personal issues. We get to meet coworkers, we get to see our main characters fall in love. We also get to deal with issues at the company. I just like, I'm such a big Lucy Score fan. This is only my second book by her, and I feel like I can confidently say I am a fan because everything I loved in my first Lucy Score book, I have loved in the second book as well. I will be adding her name to my new impulse purchase authors. But yeah, I feel like I've talked about this book so much as I've been reading it, so I feel like there's not that much else to say. Minus that I really loved it. The ending was so cute. We get an epilogue and a bonus epilogue, which I love. And yeah, if you want a grumpy, brooding man, has tattoos, plus is super wealthy, you will love this book. Plus I love that Ali, our main character, she was so sweet. She cared for people so much, but she also was like a firecracker. Like she was not afraid to like stand up for herself, say what was on her mind, and I really like that in a main character. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I would love to do this video idea again. I would love to know like what was the last 5-star read that you guys read, so I can add them to my list just in general, but also to do a part 2 to this video at some point and try and find a 5-star read again. All right, and with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.